What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about defense in Madden 22 Ultimate Team, and the reason that we're talking about it is because it's not really there, which means it doesn't really exist. So what's happening is a lot of you guys, including myself, we're having issues with stopping people. Now, earlier today, we did beat the number 7 guy on the leaderboards, and like I said, it didn't really mean anything, because a lot of these dudes are trash anyway. Very few of the people in the top 100 actually have like real Madden skill. It's just pretty much they understand what's going on in the game, and they just pretty much go from there, and it is what it is. If you guys want to check out the game that I had when I figured out what I'm going to do, this is the guy. Oh, he's actually number 5 now, so he's on a 3-game win streak. So I took care of him a little bit earlier. Yes, my record is absolutely trash right now because I just said I don't care anymore. I got to go out and start playing head-to-head games. You guys want that, so I played a lot of games where my team is not where I want it to be, and I'm still actively upgrading. But you guys want the gameplay, so I'm going to give it to you, and I'm going to give it to you the way you like it, and that's pretty much what it is. I don't know what that's all about. Plus, the leaderboard is all stupid anyway, because Wesley should definitely be number 1. It's no way a guy with 140 losses should be the number 1 player. So this whole leaderboard is stupid anyway, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line is, we figured some stuff out. So I want to talk to you guys about that, because as we go through it, you know, we try to figure out a lot of different things together, and we try to gear it up to where everybody can utilize different aspects of it and be competitive. Because now you guys are going to be looking for ways to get stops when in reality there's really no way to stop anybody. So what am I doing? What did I do differently? Why is my pass rush so vicious like 16 snakes? I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to need edge threat. Now, one of the major things with edge threat is this: if you run the 3-3-5 wide, it doesn't work when they're the inside 3 down linemen, right? But usually that's the way you want them. For that type of defense, if you're running wide, I would recommend El Toro, right? Because El Toro will give you that pass rush inside. You put the speedy guys on the outside of the 3-3-5 wide, and everybody screams. But the edge threat will not light up typically unless you send the outside guys in coverage, right? So everybody right now should understand 3-3-5 wide, because it's been the meta for the last couple of years, and every pro, that's what they run. And it's a reason for that, because it's simplistic and it's something that pretty much will cover the field. You may bomb it over the top because like the zones are broken, you know, when you play against bunch and other stuff like that, but for the most part it does play more or less blanket coverage. All right, so that's something that I wanted to point out with you guys so you guys understand it. Now, let's focus on some other things, right? Because you can see over here, I still have 3 AP left to use. And some of you guys are like, yo, Gmia, you could probably do this, you could do that. You know, probably get 2 acrobats, take away 1 from this guy. That's over there. Quentin Williams, power him up. Just give him inside stuff by itself, and then you can have 2 acrobats. Yes, I'm looking to do different things, but I want you guys to understand a few things while we're doing this, right? If your team does not respond in coverage, it doesn't matter what you're doing defensively. You see, like, I can put acrobats out the yin-yang, and yes, it works, and it's glitchy, and they will pick you off, and they'll dive and be crazy. But for the most part, if you're playing a psychopath that understands that they can just throw the ball anywhere, realistically right now with the state of the game before the patch, it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how fast your guys get into the backfield. So that's why I'm telling you, the reasoning behind why I'm designing my defense like this is because I can't take the risk that I don't get pressure with the 3-3-5 wide. And I tried the 3-3-5 wide, but I prefer to blitz everybody out of 3-4 or to run big nickel. Because what happens is when you have the 4 down linemen and they have edge threat, the corners come right in. So you just have to defend for a little second, bro, and not get bombed over the top, and you can scream sending 5 or 6 out of big nickel with edge threat. So for those of you guys that watch the content, you guys see what I'm doing, but I'm giving it to you live and direct. I'm not hiding and trying to figure stuff out. I was trying to hide and just play challenges and do stuff like that, but you guys are like, no, we're not doing that. We want gameplay. So now I gotta, you know, hit the ground running and keep it moving. This has been a lot more successful as far as getting pressure because the zones don't work. Currently, you gotta get the dudes in the backfield. Now look, remember, let me just make sure you guys understand this, right? Nano detection is still in the game. So if you send everybody and the guy just stands there, that's EA telling you, look, you're not gonna get away with this. Like, dude, we're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, this is what it is. You are not getting away with this. It's nothing you can do about that. You have to thoroughly understand that that's just gonna be a thing that's gonna happen, because it's sort of like this, right? When I think about the way that I'm running my defense, I think about the Rams' actual defense in the NFL. The reason Jalen Ramsey is going to have so much success is because Aaron Donald is going to be right into the backfield immediately every snap. So because that's the case, it doesn't matter about whatever else is going on. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm blitzing. Dude, I'm sending 6 minimum every play. Unless they're in the red zone, then you got to kind of adjust. You might play some coverage, have a spy, whatever. But you send everybody. And for those of you guys laughing at Jalen Ramsey, he doesn't really get burned. I'm trying. Listen, guys, go back through all my gameplays, right? He'll stand there like an idiot, but he does not get burnt. And the reason that he doesn't get burnt is because of the tier of his zone coverage. So that's why we powered him up. Now, once the season starts and he gets one good game, he's getting a limited and he's going to be a boss. Now, remember, right? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that limited, but he'll still get an additional boost up until we get to that limited point in his card. You know what I'm saying? Like EA always does a little training stuff. So if we don't pull him or whatever like that goes on, it won't really matter. But he's going to be one of the better corners because he already has such high numbers. So when you sit him in a zone, he'll just float back. Like nobody's really burning him. The funny thing about it is Deion Sanders is at 88 speed and he gets burnt before Jalen Ramsey. That's like really, really honest truth and hilarious. They just let him play and he's always around the play. If you put him in the proper zone. If you don't, obviously everybody gets burnt in the game, but if he's in a deep blue and he's backed off a little bit, nobody's burning him deep on the outside. It's just not going to happen. I've had dudes try it with, Jamar Chase, powered up Tyreek Hill. He just runs back and stays there. Now, again, will he react to the ball when it's thrown right at him if it's like a set coverage? No, he will not. But that's just because the zones are non-existent. But that's why I'm saying, if you blitz and you send everybody, you guys know what I'm talking about. Just watch, go over to GmiasWorld Gaming and sub to that channel because that's where I put all my full-length gameplays from Twitch so you guys can get it. A lot of you guys like to be able to sit back and watch the entire stream and just relax. So that's why that's there for you guys. Just watch what happens when you send everybody, how he reacts. He stands around the player, he just won't pick the ball off. Like it's stupid. But you won't burn him deep if you have him in the right blue zone, even though he only has an 86 speed. So that has something to do with the attributes that he has. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that. The name of the game, honestly, pressure, more than ever. So we have those 3 left, right? We have 3 AP left. We do have some things that we can do. We can get other players that have other abilities to make it even more dangerous. But I'm getting such a crazy rush right now with the way that I run my 3-4 and the big nickel. I don't really need to add anything. But like I said, I can power this guy up and just give him the 2 and then add acrobat to the outside guys. That could help because a lot of people just throw slants and they will pick a slant off if they have acrobat. They'll just dive across the field and pick it off. So that could be something that you guys can work with. But I want to encourage you guys to understand, you know, that pressure is so important because if you give anybody time, doesn't matter who it is. You could give a horse time in Madden, he's going to go ahead and he's going to dot you. And that's what's going to happen. And it's nothing you can do about it. So quit asking. No Nick Saban. I want you guys to understand, it's in your best interest to make sure you understand the complexities of the game. Because if you do not, and you go out there and you think it's a joke, you will be in for a rude awakening. All right? So for the outsides, you're going to want 2 players with edge threat. I would prefer 3-4 just blitz everybody and don't care. Watch the videos on GmiasWorld Gaming, you'll see how it's done. All right? I do want to add something to my user. Currently, right now, we're using Jalen Smith, right? So the thing about him is he's big enough to be able to, pick the ball up at 6'2", and he's at 86 speed. This is your only other, type of situation that you could probably rock with. Owosu, he's pretty fast also. And let me see, is he also 6'2"? Yeah, he's also 6'2", but he's faster, right? What is his catch rating? He got a 70 catch, so he might pick everything off in 3-4. And then you got Lorenzo Carter, all right? So you got guys that are out there that can really handle business. He's 6'5", 88 speed. He might be the dude. He might be the, what's his catch? It's 52. He's dropping everything. And look, let me tell you something, right? That catch rating is real. I just want you guys to be like completely, listen, I've dropped user picks like you wouldn't believe. Now, none of these players currently can get pick artists, so I'm just screwed at this moment. Now, this guy has 56 catch. He'll drop a lot of them. What I just saw right there with that 70 catch, though, we're going to have to adjust some things. Like, to be totally honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, this Owosu will have to be our user. He's probably going to have to be out, because now that I realized it, if he got a 70 catch, Yeah, bro, it might get grisly. This might be something that we just discovered by looking at the ratings. I gotta test it out to see if he actually does pick the ball off, though. Because the lower ratings, bro, like, it is what it is, and I would like to have the taller guy out there at 6'5" with that speed, Lorenzo Carter, but, you know, it's kind of difficult when you're going for a lurk and the dude just drops it. It just deflates you, bro, with no deflator. So that's one of the only other adjustments I would do. I've been currently using Jalen Smith. I've been wondering why he's dropping every pick, but that's probably the case. So we're going to figure that aspect out, and we'll go from there. So the name of the game is to blitz. You could run big nickel, 2-4-5, 3-3-5 wide nickel, whatever. What is it? The dime 1-4-6. Just send a lot of people and let your opponent have to throw the ball up. Will you get mossed? Yes, but in some cases they'll fumble for 6. Or they'll throw a Stevie and EA will bless you with a pick. But I'm letting you know right now, to let it be less stressful for you, send everyone. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.